Hi guys. I just tried to do a live stream on Instagram, and Instagram doesn't really have any good, uh, it doesn't have a good API for live streaming, and also I have to use some third-party software to do it with a computer. Um, I'm not sure if this stream is going to be any better. I'm using my old computer here in the workshop. I might end up using my laptop. This stream health is excellent, so I guess it's working. Um, this is just the second version of my Astro City, I guess third version of my Astro City bar top design. It's an 8-inch screen version. Um, Here's the screen here. I can't even, as far as I can tell, the stream is not playing very well. Overloaded. It says overloaded. I guess I have to turn down the bitrate. Anyway, camera's not adjusting very well, but here is the screen mechanism, and it's rotatable and held in place with magnets. So it goes like this, and there's a latch here that you push in, and that latches it in place. And then to rotate, you push out or push in, and it pops out, and you go like this. So now it's giving me the yellow. Okay, so you are not. Okay, so it's not streaming very well. Yep, stream status poor. So I have to adjust the settings. Hold on. Stream output bitrate. Go down to 3. There you go. There we go. So now it's good, and that should improve it. Okay. No? Still poor? I apologize, guys. I don't even know if this is live. Is it live? Am I live right now? It says, I'm sorry if this stream isn't working very well. I'm trying to set this up with my computer in the basement, which is a little old. So OBS is telling me encoding overloaded. Probably because Chrome is using so much memory. I want one of these. It's not that bad on my end. Alright, Kawaii Ka. I see you live. Yeah, it's telling me the video is not coming through very well, so I don't know if it's gotten better. But anyway, I'm trying to wire up this joystick here for the latest Astro City bar top build. And it's kind of a pain in the butt because I have to. So each one of these is for a button, and then one of these is our ground. This is the ground signal, this black wire. So what I have to do is I have to daisy chain the ground. And I found that when using these, can I move my hand? My hand in the way? When using these crimp-on connectors that I use for these button terminals, this wire here that is that is with this harness has issues with the crimp. It breaks a lot, so I have to use a thicker gauge wire for the ground daisy chain. But I'm gonna pull out those connectors in my tool, my crimp tool. Yeah, so I have a couple. I'm actually gonna move this guy. Well, I'll keep it on camera. It's something to look at. I have a couple different of these right angle. I don't know how well it's focusing. Not well. I have a couple of different versions of these right angle guys, and they crimp on to my wire, and then they're like quick disconnects. They go onto these aren't screwed in all the way. Hold on. That's weird. Oh, you know what it is? It's because of yeah, they're kind of tough to put on and off. It's hard getting the right disconnects for this stuff. I sell them through my Instagram because I can't really afford to sell them anywhere else. And I just usually do, I do basically like sort of a silent auction of sorts, where people just make offers, and then whoever has the highest offer gets the unit. And I have two of these that I'm finishing right now. This is one that needs to be wired here, but I've got a second one that's already been wired. I'll put, you guys, if you don't follow along on Instagram, you don't know about all this. But here's one that is mostly finished. It still needs to be painted, and you know, graphics and things like that. There's a few details that aren't finished, but the internals are all set up. I've already done some of the software on this one. Lighting is not great. I apologize. Yeah, well, it's not like you have to put your credit card into Facebook or Instagram. I do everything through PayPal, but I mean, generally speaking, I have the most audience on Instagram, so that's kind of where I focus. I have 10,000 followers on there. On YouTube, I'm only at 1,000 or so, and then Facebook is 5,000. So generally, my Instagram is the most active place. I had a website set up, but it costs too much money to pay for hosting, and it's a lot of work to manage a website. I don't really have time for that. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really. I can understand Facebook, like not liking Facebook, but I think Instagram is pretty. I don't know. I like Instagram. It's one of the better social media sites. I find it less obnoxious than like TikTok or Facebook, even though Instagram is owned by Facebook. I'm just trying to figure out what disconnects to use here. I'm gonna use probably some silicone wire for the daisy chain. I think a silicone wire. And it's not very heavy gauge. Problem with these, the crimps is they kind of break the less thinner wire. So these wires are pretty, like, I don't know what gauge they are. Yeah, they're definitely thinner gauge. It says on the wire maybe. 20. I think it's 28. It might say 26, but if it says 26, it's lying. Yeah, this is 22, so I'll probably end up using this. This is some silicone, so it's pretty durable, which is good for these quick disconnects. So I'm gonna thing is I'm gonna start with the thinner gauge here for the first button. So I go to like here and give it a little more slack than that. So I don't know, 4 inches, 3 inches. And then I'm gonna cut this and strip it, and then cut and strip like a 3-inch, I think about 3 inches. So I go like, let's see if I can get the camera working better here for you guys. Is that better? So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna daisy chain this ground to every single button. And then there's 2 auxiliary buttons that go here. Start and select. Yeah, it says my encoder is still being overloaded. I'm not dropping frames, but I'm only getting 26 frames a second, which is not great. I'm gonna have to try to set up my laptop for the next stream, guys. I'm sorry. This computer has a pretty weak GPU, or a GPU that's not being utilized by OBS, so it's kind of weak sauce. Yeah, so I'm going to come up with some sort of length here. I think 2 inches or 3. I always end up doing it too short, so probably because of the strip and the crimp. I don't know, I think 3 inches is good. So, let's try it. Let's do 3. So, I don't know if you guys hear the dog barking upstairs, but we have a dog at my house right now. He's got or she's got separation anxiety, and I can't let her down in the workshop, so she's just gonna keep barking for who knows how long. She's kind of young, so she's new to this. Owner's going out and about. I guess 18 gauge. Will this work? Let's try this. Yeah, that's a pretty good strip. That never works as it should. You see people online putting their hand there, and I never quite understood what the hand was about, and it's to get the webcam or camera to autofocus, because they don't like doing that. So I'm gonna give myself 3 or so inches here, maybe 5. Let's do about that much, and then just do a little strip, maybe a little more, like that. So yeah, I'm not, I might end up using a different wire to the board here, because I feel like the crimp is going to break this. So what happens when you're doing this daisy chain, you're crimping 2 wires basically together, and this little guy, the crimp that grabs the wire, those wings, the taller wings, they tend to pierce the wire a little bit too much, and then they physically break the wire and chop it off. So I need more on this. Give it a little more. Sometimes I solder these together. I don't know. I think it's overkill. But let's see if we can do this without making a messy crimp. Now it might be a good idea to put these guys on first. No, I don't want to mess with those. I'm just going to do the crimp. Let's see. Let's get my tool. Is this the new one? Oh, you know what? This is... Where's... One, I have two of these sort of auto crimpers. Alright, this is it. This is the one I want to use. And I don't remember what the best size is for these. Might be this middle one. Try the middle one. I usually mess up 3 or 4 times before I get the crimping right. This doesn't seem right. I don't think that was right. Let's find out. That's actually pretty decent. I don't think the crimp on the exposed strands is very good. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if that's very good. Now this camera has terrible focus. I've set up like my fancy cameras down here before to do live streams, but that's like a whole nother layer of complication when I'm trying to set it up. I might solder these. I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith in that. Sometimes I solder these just because I don't trust the crimp. No, it's not really the right way to do these things, but let's grab a few of these so I'm not getting out of there. I'm going to solder this. So this is, yeah, I think that's a good, it's better to have like a bit too much wire for the signal here. So this is the joystick cable. Let's see if we can't get you a little closer, guys. Let's try to, let's get you a little closer. Alright, that's better, I guess. The lighting is just not great. There we go. So I'm gonna do this guy, this ground signal, from button to button. So let's see if I can get it so the camera is not right here. Let me move you. Sorry. Let's get you down like that. See if I can get that better. I'm gonna daisy chain like that. So it's gonna go from this button to this button to this button. How do I do it? Yeah, to this button, to this button, to this button, to here. Right? Yeah. Or do I go? Yeah, that's the way I do it. This is only the second one of these that I've wired. I think it's the second. I mean, I've done a few joysticks before, but did I use the wrong wire? I did. I used the wrong wire. Anyway, it'll work. I'm gonna get my iron over here. Oh, it seems to be streaming okay now. I don't know who's watching. Let me check. 2 people watching. Not many. That's fine. I know. Time is precious, guys. You know what it is? It's like, I think I should try to stop, I need a separate application for the chat because having Chrome open while I'm doing this is really, it's like, it's killing my computer, killing my CPU. So I'm gonna solder these. Need like a helping hands over here. I had one that I like to use for this type of stuff. It's not too big. Go. Not the coolest helping hands, but for this type of thing, it should be all right. It just needs to hold that like that. Needs to hold that. If you can get that on camera. I love this iron. It's a TS100, little AliExpress special. There's tons of them on Amazon now, but you can pay way too much. You shouldn't really be paying more than 60 bucks for one of these. Make sure to get one with a power supply. I think they try to sell them without power supplies. But they heat up super quick and they're nice and little. And yeah, they're great. Great little irons. So I like to just put a little solder on this. That's my dog. I gotta go comfort her. Although maybe comforting her is not the greatest idea. She's just gonna get more upset because I'm gonna leave her as soon as I come back down here. Yeah, I guess I can use this all the way through. That crimp is not great. You know, it's like as long as the customer is not trying to service this joystick, the connectors will be okay. It's just like I feel like a lot of people don't quite know how to remove these. A lot of them have like a little tab that you press down on and they disconnect, but these don't have the tab. So they're sort of like once they're on there, they're on there. So I'm not even gonna probably put them on all the way. Yeah, they're too hard to put on. Maybe it's the Famitsu buttons are easier. Yeah, they are. So yeah, I might actually swap these buttons out because the Sanwas here, they're trickier. They're thicker, maybe? So they don't work as well with these quick disconnects. I have a wrench that I made for these kind of buttons. This is a wrench that I designed and 3D printed. And it doesn't work with these. It only works with the Famitsu. Oh, great. Oh, great. These things, they chew up your fingertips. This is why people like snap-in buttons, but I don't really like snap-in, not for what I do. I like them to be more secure. And snap-ins are funny because the more you pull them in and out, the more they sort of lose their snap. So eventually you can even break the little snaps right off. I'm going to put the pop-out chat back on. I can close Chrome down a bit. Oh man. The screen I'm using down here in the shop is only 720p. I have very little real estate here for what I'm for when I'm monitoring the screen. It says I'm getting 30. Oh, not anymore. 24. If I move real slow-mo. get our 30. There we go. You know, only streaming 720p, but boy does that work, this old computer here. So I'm gonna end up using these. Honestly, kind of like the color better. It's very slight. I don't think you can even tell on stream. But this is a cooler green. It's a lighter, cooler green for the Sumitsus. So I'm gonna use the Sumitsus here. Do I have enough of these nuts? So that tool I showed you a little bit ago is for these, and they're smaller. I think that's why I ended up liking them better, is they're smaller than the Sanwa buttoned nuts. So I put it on like this, and then I use my tool. Like that. You don't really want to go too crazy when you're tightening these, because while you're wiring, you end up having to sort of spin them around to adjust the terminal angle. So usually you want to like get everything wired up, get these at the right angle, then you tighten them. But that's after you've put your proper artwork on. This is just a superficial piece, this white control panel piece. This is not the final. The final is gonna look more like this. This is a prototype print, so it's not the right colors, but the final will go here, you know, obviously with the button on top. But it's better when you're sort of assembling these things to not use the final parts, especially if they're acrylic, because they get scratched and beat up. So I use sort of like a dummy piece. So kind of get these snug, and then this is another one. I don't know. I'm missing some of the button nuts here. I'm probably only going to stream for 15 or so more minutes. I don't really, I don't like doing live streams. They're sort of a necessary evil. Hold on, I'll be right back. I gotta, hold on. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna cut the stream short. It's not running that great. I'm gonna have to set up another computer, and yeah, I don't even know if people care to watch these. So I usually don't like doing them because I'll get like 3 viewers maybe 4 max, so it's like kind of a waste of time. And the quality is never as good as I'd like it to be because my internet isn't very fast. So yeah, I don't like doing live streams, but I feel like I have to because people think that I'm not, like I don't exist, but I do. I just don't like being on